Today we're talking about trauma, and man, trauma sucks ass, doesn't it? It's not a good time. Um, but we can't throw it on the back burner, right? We can't just throw it in the corner of our mind and not expect to deal with it. Not expect to open that shoebox. We're just gonna lock it up, put it away. No, that's not how it works. Trauma, 90% of the time, is gonna come from your childhood, and I don't care who you are. You have trauma, whatever, mom issues, dad issues, money issues, whatever it is, you have trauma, and that shaped your view of the world, that shaped your perspective. Now the problem is right now is that we, as a nation, my generation, I'm thinking like my age right now, this is where I mainly see it, like 26s to like 30s. Like, we are not willing to deal with that. We're not willing to dive in there and deal with that inner shit. Because at the end of the day, if you don't change that, if you don't heal that trauma, your view of the world and your perspective is going to be skewed forever. And you're never going to be able to see another person's perspective, because that perspective is still skewed. Like, you can see this person's perspective, you can see it, but it's still from your perspective if you're not healed. You need to heal you. And that's what's problem the and that's what the issues with social media. I've been saying it for a while. It's, you're searching for external validation, which is, again, social media, excuse me, OnlyFans, right? That's where it's all coming from. Instead of validating yourself, which is, again, that trauma, right? So what that's doing is creating weak-minded adults. It's creating weak-minded adults that, I'm sorry, in my eyes, are, so when you're not willing to deal with your bullshit, you're not willing to deal with your trauma, you're not willing to heal that trauma, to me, and I'm sorry, this is going to come off really aggressive, I just think you're a pansy. I do. I think you're a pansy because you're too scared to dive in there and find out what happened. Like, dude, it sucks. Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's not fun. Like, I've been going to therapy for a few years now, like, for my bullshit. And I went to therapy thinking I could do it in a year, right? And I'm here. Still going. It's been a while now, but it's not like, it is not an easy thing, and that's but it is not an excuse to treat people like shit. Your view of the world, especially if you're a pessimist, I'm sorry, it has come from childhood, and you probably have a shitty view of the world, and that sucks. And I'm sorry for you. Like, I'm an optimistic guy. I see the world through a great lens, and my life is great. If you have a pessimistic view of the world, your life probably sucks balls. You're not willing to heal yourself. To me, you're not willing to take care of yourself first. How are you supposed to take care of another person? Because that correlates, right? You're taking care of somebody. You can't take care of yourself first. How are you supposed to take care of someone else? Because what's going to happen, let's say you do, right? You're going to take care of this person so much that you're not going to take care of yourself. And then you're just going to go, you're going to plummet and you're going to go downhill. You have to be willing to take care of yourself first. Like, I hate being selfish, but you have to heal you first. You can't do anything. You can't help anybody else if you can't help yourself. You have to take care of yourself first. It's, no matter what, you're with you for the rest of your life, right? I'm with Pat no matter what. No matter what happens, right? I'm with this guy for the rest of my life. And if I'm gonna have problems internally for the rest of my life, man, screw that, dude. If you just deal with your bullshit, it's not gonna be fun, and it's not gonna be an easy journey. And it's gonna be a long journey, but it's gonna be worth it, because you're gonna grow, and you're gonna see how beautiful the world is. Like, but again, it's the trauma. We as a nation are not willing to deal with our own personal trauma. We're not willing to take the accountability that it's our fault. We're not doing that. It's not our fault for what happened to us, or how our view is changed and skewed and all that bullshit. That's not our fault. But what is our fault is our view of the world now, because we're not willing to change it, and we're not willing to better it, and we're not willing to grow. That is our fault, and that is our problem. is that so many people are, woe is me. They're playing this victim when in reality they can't take accountability for their own actions and deal with their bullshit. Now, that's the end of this video. It's gonna come across pretty harsh. And if you stay for this long, sweet, I appreciate you. Um, I'm not here to sugarcoat it. I'm not here to beat you around the bush. I'm gonna tell you how it is. I'm gonna tell you the truth. So I've always done it. So what I've always, and that's what I'm gonna continue to do. I'm gonna just continue to tell you how it is, tell you the truth, and get after it. See you next video.